Welcome back everyone to more Standard on Arena with me, Autumn, aka Rainy the Witch. Vivi Cauldron, one of the best decks in Standard in my mind, one of the decks we've been winning the most with. Wanted to just give it another run on the Arena ladder. Very similar list to last time. Of course, those who aren't familiar, Vivi Cauldron is a deck built all around those two cards, Vivi Ornitier and Agatha's Soul Cauldron. Of course, Vivi is very absurd, makes mana equal to their power, and their power grows with every non-creature spell. In this deck, Vivi looks a bit weird, because we don't actually have that many non-creature spells. We have like Winternight, Proft, Agatha, some interaction. But we also have a lot of creatures. However, what makes Vivi so cool in this deck is that if there's a Vivi in your yard, you can exile Vivi with Agatha's Soul Cauldron, put a counter on one of your creatures, and that creature will now produce mana. Even better if you have other creatures that already have counters on. At that point, they'll produce mana too. So Marauding Mako suddenly pumps out 5 or 6 mana. Any creature you've put Proft's Eidetic memory counters on also going to pump out a bunch of mana. At the same time, Proft is also working with Vivi. Your creatures grow to cast Winternight Stories from the yard, which triggers Profts and triggers Mako. All these cards, just such a nice little synergistic core that can do a like pretty proactive mid-range plan at baseline and busted combo stuff at like the ceiling. Excited to give this one another spin. It's been performing really well for us, and it's always alright. This is a keep. Turn 1 Mako. The best way to start any game with the stack. And we have the FOMO to trigger as well. Yeah, landfall fell off. It's just like not quite consistent enough. I also think it's really bad against Dimir, which I expect to be the most popular deck. I like the deck. I think Landfall is a pretty good deck. But I think the weakness to Dimir was pretty unfortunate when I was playing it. I say discard the Vivi, get it in the yard in case we draw a Cauldron. There's the Elf. Wow, do they not have a land this turn? That's pretty phenomenal for us, honestly. So I could FOMO, hold open Flood Maw. I could also Tersa. Tersa's a little weird. I'd probably have to discard these two. Discarding Winternight Stories is a little sad, but then I get to flash it back for pretty cheap. I do just really want to find a Cauldron. Tersa digs me towards Cauldron quite well. So let's go ahead and do this. Discard these two. Two lands, a little sad, but you know, it's fine. I guess I just attack all. I don't care if they double block any of my things, because then their Llanowar Elves dies, and they seem a little reliant on it right now. Alright. They had the snake skin, but this just means the Flood Maw is going to be so much better against this Saz's Chocobo now. We can reset the Chocobo. Opponent will have to like start growing it all over again. They might be holding it back to block. They're kind of in a lot of danger from my board here. They are holding it back. Flashing back Winternight would be so good, but I think getting a FOMO down is also pretty phenomenal. Because then we get the double combat next turn. We find another Flood Maw. We can bounce this Chocobo. I'm going to attack first before surveilling, because I really don't want Tersa to exile a card from my yard at the moment. Which would happen if we surveil a card into the yard, which we did. Chocobo's back, and it's a mighty 2/3. Look at it go. The most unstoppable bird in the multiverse. It's smart. Yeah. Tersa triggers are kind of a blessing and a curse in this deck sometimes. Do I have lethal? If I put counters on Tersa, attack all. Well, what about if I bounce Chocobo? That's really simple, right? So I can attack Chocobo, attack all. They block 5/5, they take 5, and then we untap Mako. So they're dead. Cool. They are just straight up dead. Dead as a dodo. Alright, well, classic mono green. Sometimes it's busted and terrifying, sometimes it just stumbles on itself. Probably want more removal in, I imagine. Is Fire Magic good? Fire Magic's pretty good, right? It kills Elf, it kills Hydra sometimes, kills Chocobo. And then Abrade's probably also pretty good. Definitely cut these Steamcore Scholars. Maybe trim a Cauldron. I don't know about these Thrillseekers. Maybe they're necessary. There are certainly games where we can't play a million turns against them. I think I'm gonna cut them. I think we're like generally gonna be okay just to play a mid-range game plan against them and not need to like hard combo. Because their grave hate isn't phenomenal. I want to keep this. I hate the mana base in this deck so much sometimes. Maybe this is a mulligan. The fire magic's pretty nice though. We also have the Mako into FOMO. Do I just fire a fire magic now? Stop this getting out of hand. They might play a second Chocobo. The problem is they might also play a fetch land, which then plays over the top of fire magic. So I think I'm just going to do this. Here's Bristles. Alright, I'd love to get a counter on this Mako later. I think I should just land this FOMO. Discard this Vivi. Common Grape Shot W, so true. Bristles is becoming a 4/4, but eventually we find blue mana and reset them, so it's fine. At least that is the hope. Definitely discarding Sanctuary. Yo, Mako is so sweet, even later in the game. Okay, just do this. Dream. Oh boy. How many live hits are we on at the moment? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12. Kind of 12 or 16, I guess, depending on how you look at it. Or like 0 is also an option, apparently. Ding, ding, ding. Okay. They don't have a Snakeskin Veil. I'm now like very loosely, vaguely in this game. Reset the Hydra. Apparently that will be very necessary. Oh my god, they just don't have a land. Classic mono green, honestly. Classic mono green. Alright. Play this Vivi. Kinda wanna bounce the Hydra so I can... I guess I can't quite Winternight even if I do that, so I guess I can just say go. There's no like pressing need to take game actions here. Aw, hey Sophia, good to see ya. Second Hydra has arrived. I repeat, the second Hydra has arrived, and that is a land. Unfortunately, this land means I now need to bounce this Hydra instead of fire magicking this one. Which kind of sucks. Also, I can't fire magic it anyway, because there's a Fabled Passage. Many reasons why we are dead. Honestly. Many reasons. We're playing Vivi Cauldron, Sophia. Deck's sweet. One of my favorite decks in Standard right now. Alright. These Hydras, they do be growing. A little bit. Just a tiny bit. These do not have a hexproof trick. Excellent. The game continues. Okay. So I can deal 2 to all to get rid of these. And also Winternight off Tersa, I suppose. 52, yeah. Very large and in charge Hydra. It's gotta be said. Should have put a few counters not on Hydra. I'm inclined to agree. Alright, so we can put these counters on Vivi. It's possible I was meant to, like, approach this in a way that would let me set up an attack there. Huh. Yeah, if I made this mana in combat, I get to swing with the Vivi, and they die so quickly. Oh well, I'm still doing pretty good. Gonna kill a Hydra with fire magic. And then start swinging, or they could play a traveling chocobo, sure thing. Alright, no land please. Sure, whatever. Yeah, missing the attack with the Vivi was a little unfortunate, but okay, that's not bad. Comes divination with Vivi, kind of. So I guess, what am I doing? This is so complicated. This deck breaks my brain sometimes a little bit. Yes, I'm declining. can make mana now. It's really awkward to make mana now, because then I can't use it to fire magic for free after growing Tersa. I guess I could just kill both of these. Alright, I figured it out, chat. If I draw a spell, they're dead. Maybe combat first. No, I wanted to cast my sorcery to try and set up lethal. Oh, they have the snake skin. They have the chump block, though. It's kind of fine. And then we have them in the abyss for the rest of the game. Chat, do we think this Vivi card's any good? Not really. Yeah, it might be a bit underpowered, right? Animate this. Go to combat. Put you to 7. Not bad for a mythic. A nice celebration of Final Fantasy IX's 25th anniversary. I agree. Alright. New turn, same as the old turn, I guess. They have a fetch land here, like... Oh, this one's fine, I guess. This becomes a 4/4. Okay, that card is Stone Unbeatable. Love to draw Stone Unbeatable magic cards. I'm aware I already have lethal. I'm just enjoying casting things. Alright, 1-0 with Vivi Cauldron. Let's go. Alright. I don't love this hand, but I'm also on 6. I don't really want to go to 5. Doesn't, like, if it draws a Cauldron, like, we have the thing, right? We have the VV and the discard. Be a lot worse. Mistrise Village. Opponent is up to no good. Our opponent's playing the same deck we faced earlier. Fascinating. Alright. Has some pressure going here. That's the Fenrir card. The Fenrir blocks so well here. It's kind of annoying. Go Mako. Do we do FOMO, discard Winternight? Or do we want to hold Winternight? If we discard it, we can flash it back next turn for like 2 mana. Oh my god, that's the good card. Okay. Things are looking up for the home team. Next time we hit Vivi, we grow a thing. We start making comical amounts of mana. So much mana it will put opponent's ramp deck to shame. Grow this Tersa. Fire off this Eidetic memory. Fire off this Winternight. It's a pretty heinous Winternight Stories, it's gotta be said. Fire off this Eidetic memory. I guess if I legend rule the Cauldron, I have Delirium? I suppose so. I guess they can block the Mako kind of for free here if they want. Okay, they're choosing not to do that. Now we hit them for 12. Nice. Alright, please don't put Omniscience in play, opponent. Please don't put Omniscience in play. Oh, Ugin. I mean, pretty good. Does just kind of die, thankfully. Unfortunately, the second Ugin, if they have one, is probably pretty unbeatable. I wonder if I stacked my counters wrong on that turn. I could have put more counters onto the Mako. I assume my opponent's probably chump blocking the FOMO anyway. Distribute them a bit more. Okay, thankfully, they aren't doing anything too spooky this turn. And we have a lot of very strong live draws here. I should have held another land in hand for, like, redundant Tersa. That was a bit of a mistake. Alright, let's hit this Fenrir. Throw this Tersa. That is one of the best possible. I think it is fair to say. I'm gonna discard these. I kind of want to discard 2 anyway, because of the Mako. Although I could have doubled up on Vivi abilities, I guess. We'll see soon if we even... Like, having a Vivi in play is worth something, though, right? Because we get some pings. So I kind of want to just cast a Vivi anyway. We're not already capped on mana. I think it's fine to just cast one. Yeah, opponent does not want to play anymore. That is super dead to the Profts. Very nice. Very nice. The Torch and Flood Maw don't seem amazing here. Scholar's also probably not fantastic here. Counterspells are weird because they do have this Mysterized Village card, but I think you still want them generally. I think Abrade is phenomenal. And then could have one torch just to answer like a Fenrir, I guess. Curiosity is a bit slow. Let's just have a torch. Oh, maybe I was meant to trim some Dragon Hunts. Dragon Hunt seems real bad here. Much better as a creature or a cheaper piece of interaction. I guess I'm keeping this. I don't love it, but... Okay, well, with them having a Llanowar Elf, I do love it, so... My opinion swapped very dramatically. Now that we've seen Elf, I'm gonna have all my torches in. If we go to Game 3. Kinda no reason not to. It's awkward. I could save this to answer the one that taps for 2 mana. But they might also be relying on this Iron Crag to get down a 4 mana ramp spell next turn. So answering the Iron Crag might really slow them down a bit. Oh, Spell Pierce. I really wanted to get a Tersa down, but... I think Spell Pierce is a bit too good here to pass up on. Even if it does lessen our pressure quite a bit. Well, let's go against Spell Pierce. 2 to the top. Oh my god. Alright, I'm just gonna Spell Pierce literally anything right now. Vivi. Ooh, that's actually pretty phenomenal. So now we can exile this Vivi. Grow the Tersa, make some mana. Now Proft is gonna get a ton of damage this time. Kinda sad I don't have like spells right now, but you know. I don't have everything, I guess. Get in for 7. Wait, you've got an 8-1 with birds? Nice. What cards did you add? I kind of want to play more birds at some point. That deck was a lot of fun. It definitely does some powerful things. I guess we just legend rule these. So that I can dig. Oh, you mean mono green birds? For some reason I assumed you meant Bant, but mono green's real fun too. Some councils here, get in with both, we get a random card. There's a Shivan Reef. Phenomenal. I guess I'm playing it. I guess I'm playing this. Did I miss a damage? I guess I kinda did. I don't think it really matters though. Alright, please don't do the thing. Thank goodness. They did not find an Omniscience. They get an Ugin, and then they still die, I think. How did I miss a damage? I could have put a counter on Soulstone with Soul Cauldron. Also, hi, Archaeologist. Oh no, wait. Oh, this is horrendous. This is actually really good for them. I hadn't quite noticed how good for them. On a slightly depressing note, I might conceivably be about to lose because I missed that damage. I guess it isn't guaranteed yet. If we find a thing that draws a card, we don't, but okay, we still win. Thank goodness. At least they can't get our land. Indeed. Oh, this now has 3 colors for the sake of this weird situation. I believe they are now dead. Oh, did you know if you exile Marauding Mako with Soul Cauldron, it gives your creature cycling too? It doesn't accomplish anything, but it's really written on it. Is there anything in Magic that rewards you for having a creature in play that has cycling? One more Soulstone. Getting rid of Soulstone might be a bit greedy. If I'm on the draw, I have 4 looks because of Profts. Oh, immediately punished. This is the card I would have put back otherwise, of course. How is everything going so wrong? Oh, maybe banned. That's a good question, actually. That might be one way of doing it. Oh my god, we are so dead. And all because I put back my land. How could I do such a thing? Truly, foolish am I. Alright, well. Could be slightly worse, I guess. Do I bounce this Innocence? I kind of feel like I probably do. So now if they replay Innocence, we have a blocker for voice. So they don't necessarily get to draw a card this turn anymore. Our opponent really wants to draw this card. Okay. This worked out actually quite nicely for us. So Mako tap this. Discard Tersa or discard Winternight Land is also an option, I guess. Tricky. I feel like I kind of want this Winternight in yard anyway. I guess I could discard it off the Scholar later. We get 3 counters on Mako or FOMO. Mako already blocks that stuff. I guess growing the FOMO is kind of nice. Mako's just going to naturally grow on its own anyway. With us having Tersa Scholar in hand. We kind of want future counters to go on these two. So that we're diversifying. Alright, that's a Blood Witch. It's a little spooky, I guess. Second Innocence. So now they want to attack with Nesting Bot to trigger Innocence, I guess, if I block. And then I almost assuredly don't block on that basis. Alright. I don't want to lead on Scholar, I think. Oh my god, we found the Vivi. Let's go. Okay, we are off to the races. This is going to be very nice. Are they raising the past? Oh, that's pretty conceivable, I guess. I guess we're going to get counters on Scholar post-combat. Or during combat from this Proft. Although it might just be nice to put one on it anyway. Do this. Do this. That's a Thrillseeker. Seems pretty good. Can't do it this turn, I guess, but details. So we can do FOMO. I guess if they don't block enough, they die to Thrillseeker. They don't know we have it in hand. So, though I don't get the double combat anymore. Did I need to put... No, I guess I just don't have the... Because I got rid of a sorcery, I guess. Little sad. Oh, I could counter on FOMO, fling FOMO for the double combat. That sounds kind of nice, actually. They fling this at a blocker. And then they die, right? We just kill 2 blockers. Hey, chat. Do you think this was a good turn 5? We can attack them for like almost 40 damage this turn on turn 5 through double blocker. If Mako is the only card under the Cauldron, you can enable a creature to have Tazari's ability. Each creature you control has tap, add 1 mana of the... Activate only if this creature has another activated ability. Wow, Sophia. That is phenomenal. That is genuinely, like, fantastic. I don't know, is Fire Magic good? Is Barrage good? I just don't know. Aw, shoutouts to your girlfriend for figuring that out. That's such a sick line. I have no idea how to sideboard here, I'm gonna be honest. Like, Thrillseeker was pretty good that game, but I guess I can sideboard it out. Fire Magic is good against some of their cards and pretty heinous against other ones. Barrage is kind of interesting. Braid's kind of interesting, but I don't want to go like overkill. So let's try this. Oh, indeed, Kenneth. We are playing the best deck in Standard, in shocking news. You would never expect it, honestly. What a wholly novel idea. Yeah, I would need to kill their graveyard or creatures. Oh, I shouldn't board out any Soldrens against them, right? If they're a graveyard combo deck. It also interacts with Innocence too. Pretty bad. I assume they'd be boarding in like Rip or something, but I guess they just can't. Yeah, I agree, Kenneth. I agree. I definitely think Vivi is currently the quote-unquote strongest card in Standard. Not that there's anything wrong with there being a strongest card in Standard. But it certainly is that. Wow, best possible draw. Let's go. Oh, Thrillseeker's rotating? I didn't realize that. I guess that makes sense. He finally got his own 3-mana non-deterministic combo enabler. Indeed, indeed. This card's pretty bad against Flood Maw. So, yeah, exactly, Sales, exactly. It's easy to get all grumpy about this sort of thing, but like, I don't know. Something's got to be the best card in Standard. If not Vivi, then what? At least Vivi's a really fun card to have be the best card in Standard. You know? You get to take a lot of game actions. And do some silly things. Okay, are they gonna sack Sage to draw a card now? I guess. Pretty spicy. Nothing can ever be worse than the Affinity days of Standard. Oh, I missed Affinity in Standard. It sure sounded like a whole time. How many Makos can one Rainy have? A little bit annoying they can protect the Innocence with the Bartolome. But also, like, I don't know, it's fine. Wriggling Grub. When this dies, create 2. That'd be pretty good in my opponent's deck, I'll say that much. I've literally never seen that card before. Sophia, that is quite the deep cut. I feel like I need this Flood Maw to reset the Bartolome. Oh boy. Oh boy. Odin is assembling some combinations over there. Apparently. Oh, Jumpstart Foundations card, right. That makes sense. If I discard Tersa, do you get to keep an awful lot of cards? I could also discard Fire Magic Spirebluff and just torch this Innocence. Yes, notably, like, obviously Fire Magic's good here. I just, we get double combat if we discard Tersa, we do. I mean, that's pretty tight, too. Wonder if I ever discard 2 and discard the Spirebluff. Yeah, I agree, Band. That line's real nice. It just lets us push as much damage as possible. I guess I could Fire Magic this turn instead. Oh, do they die then if I Fire Magic? They take 10, 11, 12, 16? I mean, do I even care about them having an Innocence in play at that point? Yeah, I think Fire Magic is better, weirdly enough. They gain some life too, but it means this Bartolome is going to be a lot smaller. They like draw a card, but it doesn't really... Like, they're just so far behind on board, right? It just doesn't really matter that much. Yeah, they go to 11. Yeah, I'm curious about that too, Kenneth. I guess Synthesizer rotates, which is pretty unfortunate for those kinds of decks. Oh, interesting scenario. I didn't actually know about that one. Huh. I guess I just want to play land and then like Winternight, right? And then they die. Oh wait, Synth is still here? Wait, you're kidding me. Oh, it's big score? Oh my god, Dom. That's wild. I assumed it was from the Urza set, because it's an artifact build around. That makes an exceptional amount of sense. Synth is so unfun. The people have to play against it, sure. Have you considered playing Synth instead? I do worry that those kind of Synth decks, if they ever become a thing, I don't know, Ultima exists, right? I know playing the Ultima side of that matchup, I felt it's kind of unlosable if you have that card in your deck. But yeah, the blue-white mana base is getting shredded with rotation. It's really brutal. Alright, I guess we're now 2-0 today with Vivi. Is it 2-0? It feels like we played more matches than that. I guess they've just been taking a little while. Yeah, I guess you're right, Sales.